Welcome to episode 17 of From A to Global Z. I'm your host, Dr. Bill Lord. Episode 16 took a look at the essential gear, recommended gear, you need to record quality digital audio. This episode explores the concept of pivoting. Specifically, we look at how deviating away from typical daily operations to do some good for your fellow man not only results in helping others, but it may also end up helping you and your organization. But before we pivot in that direction, it's Mic Talk time. And this episode's Mic Talk gives a listen to the SE Electronics X1A large diaphragm condenser microphone. The X1A is a studio mic that comes in at a ridiculous price of $99 US. It features a solid build with a minus 20 dB pad and high pass switch. And if you don't know what that means, essentially you can record loud instruments and cut low rumble frequencies with a flip of a switch or two. I don't care what the price is, this is a good mic. And this mic can record lots of stuff and do it really, really well. Now, let me put it this way. I personally own a number of SE mics for a reason, and they've never let me or Global Z down. This mic will surprise you, and I mean that in a good way. There's no doubt about it. So enough about mics, and now let's pivot. There was a time when hearing the word pivot brought to mind spinning or rotating on one's foot, and how times have changed. The pandemic has disrupted businesses, schools, governments, and just regular everyday people, and imposed all to pivot or modify the way we go about our business or daily activities. We frequently stay central to our themes, but in order to survive figuratively and literally, we've had to modify some aspect or aspects of what we do and how we do them. The concept of pivoting these days has taken on new meaning. Pivoting may be essential to our personal, educational, or organization survival. COVID has required us to pivot from our norms in many ways. Fortunately, pivoting may lead to a desirable positive outcome, but then again, sadly, applying a pivoting strategy may have limited or nominal success in meeting one's goals and desires, or at least temporarily. For instance, I have friends who work with indigenous students in the southwestern corner of the United States. Healthcare on Indian reservations are often underfunded, have limited resources, or are not located in the immediate vicinity to patients. COVID has hit those reservations particularly hard. Indigenous students who may typically attend school off the res must now stay home. Factor in already skyrocketing volume of issues kids on the res are faced with, and COVID is only compounding highly challenging issues. There are many reservations that have very limited access to broadband, which greatly restricts the ability for indigenous students to participate in distance learning. In fact, when there's broadband on the reservation, often the connection is designed to feed the schools, and this is having a tremendous negative impact on the morale of the students as they've been disconnected from their school friends, their teachers, their normal way of going about their day, and their ability to receive quality education from a distance. It's also placing a tremendous challenge on families in many systems-based ways. As the classic expression declares, necessity is the mother of invention. Here are a few recent COVID examples. A car manufacturer retools to manufacture ventilators. A cosmetics company reopens a closed shop in order to produce hand sanitizer. Small sewing shops ramp up the manufacturing of boutique face masks. These are examples of businesses pivoting. What's interesting in these examples is by pivoting, companies are able to expand their market base and increase opportunities for income, and sometimes create new jobs while providing products that are vital to battling COVID-19. Pivoting can very much help your bottom line, keep your people employed, and shine a positive light on an organization or business. For Global Z, the pandemic, while certainly unwelcome, has provided unique opportunities for our organization And we've continued to explore those. And the condition of need inspires us to examine how we might pivot to benefit our local, regional, national, and international communities. For instance, when COVID first showed its not so attractive face early in 2020, our music educator friends took an immediate financial hit. Without the ability to conduct face-to-face lessons with their students, a reliable well of income instantly dried up. This issue of need provided us with the first recognized opportunity from which we might pivot for the social good. Taking inventory of the resources we had available to us, it appeared to me we might possibly be able to assist in providing guidance to music educators. Specifically, we might be able to assist them in guiding them on how to continue offering lessons to students by shifting to a virtual platform. And doing so meant shifting away from our standard mission statement or typical project format. However, in my opinion, nonprofits should serve the communities in which we operate. Well, in our case, we operate virtually. So while our community is Central Maryland, it's also Mid-Atlantic, the United States, North America, and the rest of the world. Let's explore the skills and resources we have available that allowed us to make this first shift. Number one, we have been designed to function virtually since day one, so we know how to conduct and manage complex projects virtually with great success. We have a proven track record. Number two, we're a team of educators, so we know what is needed to design, develop, and deliver an exceptional online educational experience. Number three, one of my fields of specialization is distance education with the use of computer-mediated communications and educational technologies. 4, all the board members are musicians. Don't really have to say any more about that. 5, we already do video production. In fact, video is a big part of all that we do. 6, we do multimedia. In fact, we deliver public-facing content using several outlets, including our YouTube channel, which is called From A to Global Z, through our web and social media sites, and also we take advantage of LinkedIn. 7, compassion. We know musicians personally and hear the stories of how COVID has greatly impacted their lives in negative ways. And those stories and personal relationships serve as great motivators to get off your duff and do something good. So when you roll all this together, I ended up creating an instructional video that provides suggestions for how to host music lessons virtually. The link to the video was posted in numerous locations, and based on views associated with our YouTube and our LinkedIn statistics, that particular video has had about 1,000 views to date. And for us, our little fledgling channel, that's a substantial number of views. Pivoting for the public good, then, consists of finding a need, looking at the resources you have available to you, then finding a way to close the need gap. And by the way, this was not the only pivot we made. As a result of COVID, we have 3 different, put them in air quotes, 3 different projects that we've pitched that deviate from our norm that we are waiting to receive word whether we've received funding approval for. One of those will allow us to work with 4 Maryland state agencies and a major media outlet. And what I'm driving at here is by pivoting to do good, it can actually be beneficial to you, the pivoting entity as well. In all honesty, that was not the true motivation behind a pivot, but hey, good karma points are always welcome. And it doesn't hurt. When you do something good for others, it certainly feels good. When an organization can close a need gap, you feel good, all involved feel good, and you're bettering or improving the lives of others. It's a win-win. That wraps up another episode of From A to Global Z. I hope you found the content thought-provoking, motivating, and of benefit. And for episode 18, rumor has it, fingers crossed, we are a whisper away from having the final funds we need to launch our Phase 2 North American Indigenous Music Project. And as such, I plan to discuss plans for the launch of Phase 2 with episode 18. Until then, stay healthy, practice social distancing, wear your face covering, and be excellent to each other. Wishing you peace through music, I'm Bill Lord.